There's been so much noise about AI recently, it's been difficult to avoid, but I think for a lot of small business owners, it's actually a bit difficult to work out exactly how AI might help support your marketing or your business in general, how you might integrate it into your existing workflow, or how you might harness its power to help reach new customers or provide better customer service, for example. Well, one way that you could do that is by using Zapier's new chatbots feature. It's just been recently released. I'm going to have a quick run through now and show you how it works using my own website, so that you can get a feel for whether it's something that you might want to use within your own marketing, customer service workflows. So you sign into zapier.com, and on the left hand side there's this option chatbots, and then it offers you the option to get started. I'm using a free trial here. If you want to implement the full suite of features, then you do have to pay, but it is free to get started, just to have a play around to see how it works. So I'd encourage you to go ahead and sign up at zapier.com, click on chatbots, and then click create a chatbot and give it a name. So I've named mine Hello Technology because it's going to be about my own website. And the first page that we're met with is a page where we set up some instructions as to how we want the AI to interact with anyone who might ask it a question. And so we can determine what kind of greeting to give, whether static or generated. And then further down, the directives here about how the chatbot is to interact with someone who might be asking it questions. And in this first section, we've got this objective. You are an exceptional customer support representative. Your objective is to answer questions and provide resources about, and then we've got these square brackets. So I'm going to fill this gap in. Hello Technology, a design and technology studio based in Whitby, UK. To achieve this, follow these general guidelines, answer the question efficiently and include key links. If the question is not clear, ask follow-up questions. Then we've got a directive on style. So your communication style should be friendly and professional. Use structured formatting, including bullet points, bold and headers, and add emojis to make messages more engaging. I'm going to say don't use emojis. And then finally, other rules. For any user question, always query your knowledge source. Even if you think you know the answer, your answer must come from the information that's returned to you from the knowledge source. So we're going to have the opportunity now to add some knowledge into this chatbot to restrict the amount of information from which it can basically produce answers. So you might have played around with ChatGPT, and if you're just using ChatGPT normally or any other chatbot like it, it will have access to everything in its memory. But here we're going to restrict that down so it can only provide the answers from information we offer it. So I'm going to save the instructions there, and then once it's saved those into the bot, we can go on to the next section, which is knowledge. So I click on knowledge and it offers me the option to add different kinds of information. So it can crawl web pages, it can upload files, or we can connect tables. So I'm going to use the first option to add web pages. So I'm going to put my own website in here and then click this button, crawl this link for all subpages, and click continue. So it's gone ahead behind the scenes and found various other pages. I'm going to reduce the amount of options so that I can tick the ones that I want. So I want website development, website hosting, web app development. I want print design, website design, graphic design, and I want my marketing pages, so SEO, email marketing, and that'll do. So I'm adding 9 out of 10 available pages. I'm going to add those sources. Within the free account, you can just mess around. You can add 10 pages of information. Within the pro account, you can add 20. It could be more effective to use the upload files option and actually feed it text files that contained all the information about your website. But the good thing about using the crawl web pages option is that as your website gets more information added to it, the bot will learn from that and will be able to bring that new information into its answers. So depending on how frequently your website's updated, or how much you want to pay to use Zapier's service, it might be more efficient to use a different type of data entry. And now it says it wants us to configure the knowledge source settings, so we can either tell it to generate a response without knowledge sources if it can't produce an answer to a question, or we can show a custom message, and that's what I'm going to get it to do. So, sorry, I don't know. Please email hi@hellotechnology.co.uk for details. And that basically will stop it going off-piste and coming up with some idea or some answer that's not based on the information that we've fed it. So I'll click save on that. So now we've added some knowledge, we've added some web pages, and we can return to the first page, the instructions page, and here we can test it with some questions. So we could say, could you help me with WordPress development? And it's going to have a think based on the information that we provided it, and it says, yes, hello, at Hello Technology we offer WordPress development services that can help you build and manage your website effectively. Here's an overview of what we offer, and then there's the answer. And further down it's also provided some links to some different pages on my website so that people can find out more information if they're interested in pursuing that. So you can see it's quite an effective way of quickly building a chatbot with tailored information restricted to just the information that we've fed it in the form of web pages. As I say, it could be text files, PDFs, Word documents, that kind of thing, or it could be tables of data stored within Zapier. So if you're already using Zapier and you've got information stored in your Zapier account, then you can bring that information into your bot. There's quite a few more options for changing the logic, for creating a theme, adding your own logo, custom colors and fonts and that kind of thing to make it feel like your brand. And then once you've set up your bot, you can use the embed options in the top right hand corner, copy that script and either embed it in your website yourself or send it to your web developer, and they'll be able to add it in to your website for you. And then when your visitors are on your website and they can't find some information, they can ask the bot. So I hope that's been a helpful introduction, giving you a bit of an insight, a flavour of what it might take to implement some AI into your own website as a small business owner, and how you might benefit from AI, obviously, in terms of improving your customer journey and helping people find the information that they need in order to become a customer or a client of your business. If you've got any questions, you want to talk that through further with me, I'd be glad to have a chat with you. Feel free to get in touch. I hope that's been helpful in giving you a bit of an insight and introduction into how AI could be used within any kind of small business. If you've got a website, you can easily now implement an AI chatbot that's restricted, so it can only give information, answers from the information you provide. Hopefully that would help your customers as they're browsing your website.